Okay, we've got the tool kind of modeled up here. Basically, the motor is going to go mount to this plate. There's a hole in here that connects the motor to the line bar. There'll be a hole in there, and then this plate will clamp to a fixture that's mounted to the part of your line board, and then you drive the line board. This is basically just a power head for the line board. And we got a big base plate, these two little support blocks, a couple rods, and then the slides with a couple brass bushings in the slides. There's the bushings and the slides. Get rid of that shaft. Okay, there's the bushings, there's the shaft, there's the block, and there's the base block there. So we're able to make all the basic drawings from that model, so we can keep our shit together when we put this together. There's the base block, which we've already done. Base plate, which we're going to do today. There's the model of the power head mount. Okay, I'm going to start machining the parts for the line board project here. We got our pieces machined off. Got them glued up. We're going to lay it out and then try to do it by the numbers on the machine too. Now this, we got to put a hole in the end. These are the rods that the thing slides on. So it's got to get secured to the base with a 1/2-inch bolt. But the problem lies in, it's too big to go in through the headstock of the lathe. So we can't put them in with the lathe. So we're kind of screwed. So we come up with this janky setup. We got this on a box, steel box, spacer underneath there. And then we got it clamped to an angle plate. Then we got clamped to the table. And we got some socket heads, cap screws over here to line it up vertically. So it's kind of working. Okay, we got our rods drilled and tapped here. That turned out a little bit better than I first expected. Should be successful. I don't know if it's just me or if they're just not, one don't look like it's centered, but it doesn't matter. It don't need to be concentric. It's not turning, it's just clamping the bar to the base. yesterday we made our base blocks and got them fit up to the rods. So that part's done. And then we're going to work on doing the base plate here today. See how we'll wreck that. Okay, so we got some pieces made. We got both our rods drilled and tapped, which we showed that already. There's our finished block to mount to the base to give the rod some support. Gonna make the other slider bearing. Made that one already. That's what the power head will slide back and forth on. And there's the last of those. Slider. And this piece. This is all drilled and tapped and countersunk for the hardware to sit inside. Customer wanted that. Didn't want the hardware to stick out. Duplicated on the other side here. A piece of bolt on there, the rod will go in there, and then the motor goes on here. This is where the bar would hook to, and then just a screw moves in and out. You can crank it by hand, or you put a power feed on there. Okay, here's the finished deal. Well, up to a certain point. There's still got to be a bunch of machining done to the base plate. There's the center for this power head, but then there's a bigger power head that I think the center is going to be out here, so we're going to have to cut like an oblong hole or something there when the time comes, but we don't know what we're doing there yet. But we got it. So we can mount the power head. We got a manual feed system on it, which consists of a ball screw and a little handle, crank, or whatever you want to call it, dial. It moves it up and down. We had to make some changes to the, we had to cut some reliefs in there so you get to the socketed cap screws to tighten them up. And that's not blood. And then we had to redo the faceplate. We screwed that up. We thought this Milwaukee pattern was like a symmetrical pattern, and it wasn't. We were blaming ourselves for not being able to drill holes in the right place, which we weren't. We just didn't do enough measuring to figure out that we were stupid. So, made all the stuff here, even the crank handle. Got a little access hole in there to got a little access hole in there to get to the set screws. The handle. They power feed them, so we're gonna have to do something there. It's different at some point, but this will work for now, I guess. Stay tuned for the next part.